What's up YouTube? Capital G here. Got a very interesting duel for you guys to check out. I've seen many builds of Plunder Patrol, including Plunder Patrol Heroes, which I am a very big fan of because that deck has so many level 4 water monsters. You can drop Totally Awesome, and there's so much synergy with sending Shadow Mist to the graveyard from hand and getting searches and all that good stuff, and using the poly. Well, I don't want to get off topic here, but this is Unchained Plunder Patrol, and this is something that is new to me, but we'll see what exactly it can do, because Unchained have a lot of individual powerful cards, and a lot of people don't really know what the cards do. They just know about Unchained Abomination because, you know, obviously we saw that see a lot of play in decks like Rockets and others. But we're gonna go ahead and roll this, and I believe he's gonna start out with a basic play here. Gonna set one of the Unchained spells or traps. Generally, these cards, when they're destroyed, you get to summon an Unchained monster from your deck, and you can easily do that with the Aruha. So this can actually just blow it up. Special summons doesn't count your normal summon, and then you get to summon one from deck. Now, this is a card that I think I underestimated, the Unchained Twins Sarama. So what this card does is it allows you to get an Unchained card back from your graveyard, set it on the field, then blow up something on the field. And generally, what I didn't take into consideration is you can just set spells and traps in addition to monsters, and usually you can just blow up a monster that you just reborn, and then that monster floats into another monster from your deck. So I didn't even realize like how many plays. So you get to set the trap back, and then blow up the monster, and then get a different monster, and it's like that's not really bad. Still haven't actually used the normal summon yet, so you can see going into some other plays. So I thought that was pretty nifty there. Gonna end on the field of the Unchained Link 2, and then also Blackbeard, who, you know, keep in mind can tag out during your opponent's turn. So that's pretty cool. 3 copies of Super Poly. I don't know if that's it, Chief, but at least getting the Prankatrops and, you know, being able to discard the Orochi is fine because you get to summon it from the graveyard if you so choose. Dino Wrestler Prankatrops is going to target, he's going to target the Unchained Link 2, but he will use that trap card. I don't understand this. I mean, he saw his opponent set the trap card from the graveyard, right? So it's not like he didn't have an opportunity to just read the card, but that's going to, you know, target the Golden Castle of Stromberg, and then we're going to start getting some floating here. Now, I will summon that Orochi because he wants to beat over this, but obviously he can tag it out for the Black Sailboat, and then Black Sailboat can just banish the Orochi, but he has the Super Polymerization. Well, technically he had 3 of them, so, I mean, why not use at least one of them? And he's going to go for Starving Venom with a big direct attack. So, first damage goes to the Grand Maju player. We'll see if Unchained can respond. And yeah, this is kind of like, so this is like a real easy way of using Samara. So, Sarama, I think I said Samara. Sarama, this can reborn any of your Unchained monsters, and then you simply blow that same monster up, and then that monster floats. He will activate one of his Unchained from hand because the monster was destroyed, but he'll also get to summon one from deck. Then you just start using your opponent's monsters. Now, he's going to get another copy of Whitebeard, and this is a really good card. He will link away his opponent's copy of Starving Venom. He's going to get rid of Whitebeard with Golden Hair, and then Whitebeard will also, that'll trigger, and he'll get another monster. He's going to go for White Sailboat. Bran, not having a card to pitch is kind of suspect. I don't know. It's not like the greatest play. Bran's a good card, but if you don't have like discard fodder, I don't know if it really works. Also, if you don't have, if your opponent's not having like spells and traps on the field, like we saw Golden Castle earlier, but Grimmaju, that's pretty much the only spell and trap on the field that they'll put that's going to stay there anyways. Like, I don't really know how good Brand is. Anyways, Orochi is going to be used for another Super Polymerization play, 2 in 2 turns. This time for that same Starving Venom, but this one's going to get its attack increased, and he's going to be able to lay the smackdown on his opponent. Now, he's going to top that Grand Maju, and this boy is beefy. This boy is sitting at, yeah, he's already game on board, essentially, almost 10,000 attack, but he does have the Call of the Haunted for the archetype, which can summon a monster in defense mode, and then if you happen to kill this guy, your opponent just summons one of the Link monsters back from the graveyard, and usually they'll just link summon during your turn, or during their turn, they'll just link it away. Go for like Abomination at this point. He does have to worry about getting rid of Starving Venom without triggering it, or maybe he honestly just doesn't care. See, you know what? I think this would have been the perfect time. He had 2 level 4s. This would have been the perfect time to go for Bahamut Shark and Totally Awesome. He could have easily gone for that. He could have ran this guy over and then, you know, negated with Totally Awesome during the damage step. I think that was the right play there. I don't know if he runs it, but to me, that would have been the better play. Anyways, Black Sailboat does have protection. So it's not going to die, although again he had a better play. He's going to actually get rid of his Pot of Desires because he doesn't have enough cards in his deck to use it, or to use Golden Castle of Stromberg, and Black Sailboat is going to banish that Danger Thunderbird. And I think that we can see a little bit of daylight. I think that the Plunder Patrol deck is going to win as he keeps getting these dead top decks. You do not want Terraforming with only 2 cards left in deck. He's going to go for that copy of Blackbeard, and this was really interesting. So he attacks into Golden Castle of Stromberg. I guess he just forgot the effect, but he's going to go ahead and tag out in that copy of Bran, White Sailboat, so that he doesn't actually have the monster destroyed. That's like when you troll yourself, but then you untroll the situation by using your effect. You're like, oh snap, I totally forgot. Golden Castle has an effect. I better tag out to make sure I don't die here. Monster Reborn is the last ditch effort as he Monster Reborns Grin Maju. He's like, Cap, I got the GG. I got lucky, but nope, you didn't get lucky. He's just going to Link Summon away your Grin Maju for, was that the second time that he linked away the Grin Maju? Pretty sure, yeah. I think he might have linked it away the first time he got it off the field. But anyways, that is going to be a wrap. Anyways, we can go ahead and check out the deck list really quickly. See, I think Plunder Patrol really has a lot of potential, and I think that Unchained also is an archetype that has a decent grind game. I feel like Unchained should have came out like during Zexal, or maybe no, probably like during Art V. I know obviously it's like link based, so it's like how they would have had to have different mechanic monsters, but I feel like this archetype would have been perfect for like the Art V era. If it would have came out in like, I don't know, Duelist Alliance or somewhere around that time, even like Secrets of Eternity, like this archetype would have been super dope. You see part of this archetype or part of this deck is Unchained, then the other half is the Plunder Patrol monsters. Yeah, we don't see any Totally Awesome or Bahamut Sharks in the extra deck, which is a shame. I do like the fact that Unchained can run Pot of Avarice because they really do burn through their extra deck so quickly, and they don't have inherent recover cards when it comes to putting those monsters back into the deck or any inherent like draw. Basically, what they do is they just try to revive those dead monsters. But yeah, Pot of Avarice definitely works well in this deck. Anyways, if you guys are interested in the Unchained PP, I will leave that in the description below. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already, and turn on that notification bell for daily videos.